Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. Today, I'm here to bring all of you, once again, another weekly anime review of Haikyuu Season 2. And with it, Yamaguchi, my boy, I'm so glad you got the time to shine with this latest episode, because, honestly, he's a character that's kind of shoved to the side, and usually, he's just kind of dismissed as like a side character, and it makes me sad, because our boy Yamaguchi, he definitely deserves some of the spotlight. And seeing him in this episode, actually being in the main spotlight, kicking ass, and holding his own against Oba, it just makes me so happy. This episode, I was just like, damn, Yamaguchi, just straight up being a savage. He's just kicking ass, taking names, and he's proving you don't underestimate the person that looks like some form of a coward who's not willing to try their serves to the fullest. Yamaguchi, man, you definitely deserved it after your great performance in this week's episode. Regardless, even though they didn't win the second set, and we're having to move on to the third set, Yamaguchi proved his point. He proved that he is a great volleyball player. What he did in this episode with being able to kind of tie it and catch up and had both teams fight for survival. I mean, they made Oba just like almost shit a brick because they almost lost. If Yamaguchi would have continued on trucking, they would have lost. Oba would have lost. If it wasn't for some certain mess ups and not, completely being 100% on the ball, for instance, Yamaguchi did make some slight few errors. If he didn't, and he was at his maximum potential, Oba would be walking home after this episode. They would have been GG, they would have been fucked, they would not have been able to redeem themselves in the third set. So Yamaguchi, just good man. Good man Yamaguchi, just doing what you did with this episode. So, the episode is rather slow. That's one of the main things I want to talk about. So, the episode is slow, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad episode, because like I said, the focus of it was kind of giving more spotlight to Yamaguchi and allowing us, or the viewers that kind of look at Yamaguchi as not important, and to let us know that he is important. He's going to be very important to Kurasuno later on, and he's definitely going to be one of the main key players in the future of the series, just because of what we saw him do in this episode. I mean, with his, like, floating serves and stuff, how it was floating and it almost went out of bounds but hit, like, right on the line, that's some crazy shit right there. That's some really crazy shit. So, I was just sitting back, being really hyped up after watching this episode. I'm like, my god, I'm glad I get to watch Haikyuu every day, or every week, because Haikyuu, such a good series, I love it, and seeing how this episode was done, it makes me respect the series even more, knowing that a side character, or not really a side character, because we can't consider him that, gets the spotlight. And on top of that Oikawa, at the end, when he got serious, like, he went serious mode. Like, he grabs the ball, he just, like, flipped that switch, and is like, I'm about to go in. You guys think you can come in and just get on my turf and win against me, Kurasuno? No, you're not doing that shit. His face changed. Like, he was going in. He was done. And all of a sudden, set 3 begins. So, my predictions are what I think is going to happen. I feel like it's going to come down to the point of how this set happened. For instance, they're going to be fighting to get ahead of each other. For instance, they're going to get to, the 25 points, and then they're going to be fighting back and forth. Like, Kurasuno might get to, like, let's say 26, and then, Oba can come and get 26, they tie it, but Oba gets to 27, Kurasuno comes up, gets to 28, and then 29, you get my point. I feel like the final set, the final part of it, is going to be a back and forth match, just showing who will give up first, and I am so excited to see it, because this is the match we've all been waiting for. I mean, we're finally seeing it, but the final set is upon us. We're going to finally see who is going to walk home with the victory, and who is going to carry on to the Inter-High. I cannot wait to see it. I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, everybody, and tell me, how'd you feel about Yamaguchi after this week's performance with his character? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Love you all. Chibi out.